This is all about my 2-day Odyssey on Odyssey of the Seas. Come see all the beautiful things we got to experience. Hello everybody, and make sure before we get started with the story that you like, comment, share, and please subscribe. Thank you so much. All right guys, we started off our adventure in Fort Lauderdale. We went to this great place called Joe's Cafe. Absolutely amazing. Very charismatic little place. Lots of little kitschkis and things all around the shop, as you can see. Very unique. There's even a train that runs around the top surface of the actual restaurant. Now, that's not what's important when you go out to eat, but let me tell you, the food was on point. So if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, make sure you check out Joe's Cafe. It is absolutely worth your time. They're very friendly. The food is absolutely wonderful, and it's just a really neat looking place to hang out for a bit and have some really decent coffee. All right guys, so once we left out of Joe's, we did go over to Fort Lauderdale Beach and just kind of chilled out in that area for a while. And you'll basically see, and probably some of you even saw on my Instagram at that time, where we were just kind of chilling out. Well, unfortunately, since we couldn't go in the water, there was some warnings and, you know, rough tide and things like that. But we absolutely had a wonderful time just kicking it right there across the way from a beautiful little plaza that's right off the beach. So we hung out on the edge of the beach, right on the wall, right by the water. As you can see, we're right there in the mix of it. You can see all the wonderful things that we got to see. Lots of wind. It was a beautiful day. And I even made a few friends. You know, look at this little pigeon guy. He was awesome. But yep, that's us. We're just chilling. My mom's actually not, she's a little camera shy, so we didn't put her in the video too much at her request, but she will be in here a couple times. But it was an absolutely lovely day. We just kind of chilled across the street at this, you know, as you can see, the little plazas back there behind me. And when we got ready, we went across the way, did a little shopping, and checked out some of the shops. And of course, before you knew it, it was time to get on board the Odyssey of the Seas. So that's us coming up the gangplank and getting on board this beautiful brand new ship. And let me tell you guys, it was absolutely beautiful. When you get to see this new ship, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. And later that evening, after we got settled in, we did go and spend a little time up on the top deck and just kind of chill out and sing a little bit. You'll be glad that this part is silent and you can't hear me singing along with the band. Obviously, we can't play it because of copyright, but it was a lot of fun to just sit up there kind of by ourselves and just enjoy the ship. Now, because we all got tested prior to sailing and got tested, well, didn't actually get tested when we arrived. We did have to wear a mask up until we boarded the ship. There's Mom, in case you haven't ever seen my mom. There she is. You can't tell I'm her child, right? But yeah, so basically we didn't have to wear masks on board because everybody had already been tested and everybody was vaccinated. So that if you don't see me wearing a mask very often, that would be why. But look how beautiful this ship is, and at night it just lights up so nice. And it was absolutely breezy and wonderful. So you can see they have cabanas that you can get, and they have this thing called the North Star. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to ride it. It didn't work out in our favor. Too popular. And but as you can see, it literally is like a little pod that lifts up off the ship and then lifts you up high so that you can get a 360 view of the ocean or whatever port you're in. And it is very, very cool. And we're kind of sad that we didn't get to do it, but you know, things don't always work out the way you planned. So we sat there and kind of watched it go up. I don't know how many times, but what a lovely, lovely first night we had, just kind of relaxing. Now, my mom actually is on a scooter, so we had an adventure, to say the least, with our room, because we did not get an accessible cabin, because previously, I guess she had been on a sailing that she didn't need to have an accessible cabin for a scooter. And so while we were there, and you can see we were leaving Fort Lauderdale at this point, pulling away, and this is when we were in the dining hall. Sorry for the reflections there, but you can see the Fort Lauderdale port as we're leaving out. Very beautiful. But by the time we actually got back to the room and actually wanted to go in and spend some time in there, it was quite challenging to get in and out of our room. But our room steward, ASIP, was amazing. We had just absolutely wonderful people every stretch of this journey, and you'll hear a little more about that. This ship is kind of like an art installation when you look at it. I mean, this was like a giant silver drip that came down by between the elevators, and you could see it. And everywhere you turn on this ship, there is art. In fact, in every room, there's an art book where if you want, you can go on kind of an art gallery situation where they've got lots of different variety of paintings and artwork throughout. But we were all about that dinner. So here we are in the dining room. This is where the buffet is. Since we were only on for 2 days, we decided to just go and make it simple and eat on the buffet, which I personally like because there's usually quite a variety. And as you can see, they have so many things up there, and you're going to see food throughout this video. And while I probably won't address it all, I'm going to tell you that the desserts are absolutely amazing. So much good stuff. So after dinner, we decided to go back to the room, and this is where some of our problems began, because we had a heck of a time trying to get the scooter back in the room. Now, as we started to try to get it in this room along with my push stroller, it was a balcony cabin, but it wasn't like a suite or anything like that. So we did have a little trouble trying to get it past the bed to put her scooter onto the other side. And as we're trying to get him, he's helping us, he's holding the door. And about that time, one of the people on board, Joanne Cotterman, she was amazing. I didn't realize in the moment that she worked for Royal Caribbean, but she showed up and she was there and was just absolutely surprised that we didn't have an accessible cabin. So immediately she got to work and ended up getting us upgraded to a larger balcony that was accessible with a roll-in shower and the whole 9 yards. So thank you so much, Joanne Cotterman. If you ever get to see this video, we cannot thank you enough. You were absolutely amazing. She made our trip so much better. Everybody in guest services as well was just absolutely amazing. Now, mind you, Joanne is just on the ship enjoying it. She's on sort of a vacation as well as being a representative for Royal Caribbean. She was there to enjoy the actual benefits of being on board as well. So it was super nice of her to take the time to stop and help us. And she didn't just depend on other people to take care of it. She took us down, introduced us to Muhammad and guest services, and stayed with us the entire time until we got moved to our room. And they even helped move all of our bags and everything that we needed to be at the next, to get into our room and enjoy it. And while Mom decided to turn in for the night, I decided to head off to the casino. Well, as you know, they won't let me film there, but let me tell you guys, great casino, amazing slot machines of all types, from the penny slots up to $5 and $10 slots. They have roulette, they do have poker, they have everything you can imagine, any of the table games you're used to. So definitely a wonderful casino for sure, and a great bar as well. Alas, like most casinos, I do have to tell you, just, know when to quit. That's my biggest issue. I still love the casino. Rise and shine. Our next morning on the Odyssey of the Seas, me and Mom chilled out and had this beautiful breakfast. Wonderful as always. They had a little bit of everything for all tastes. Everything looked delicious. Let me tell you, this avocado toast was absolutely wonderful. And of course, as I mentioned before, guys, when you're walking around, you'll see lots of different art on board the ship. If you want to know where something specific is, so you can get a better look at it, that art book should be in one of the drawers in your cabin. They do have wonderful directionals all over the ship. And then one of my favorite places, and this is something we visit, it's sort of where all the action is, the Royal Esplanade. And of course, it is basically your main thoroughfare. It's where all the shops are. There's lots of bars and nightclubs and a variety of places where you can enjoy a pizza 24 hours a day if you want. You know, they did have the signature shop for Royal Caribbean there as well, and they had a variety of things for the inaugural voyage as well, so you could get some really cool shirts and things like that. And of course, like I said, great places to get some pub food. They did have a variety of different types of shops, from high-end to, you know, a little bit of everything. Cafe Promenade. Now, this is one of my favorite places, and I visited there frequently. Cafe Promenade, amazing people there. They're open 24 hours a day, and you can go in and grab a little snack, or, you know, just kind of grab a little coffee or whatever it is that ails you. They got some sweeties in there, and it is complimentary. But yeah, lots of fun. We kind of just enjoyed walking around this area. It's where a lot of people hung out. Lots of great fun. And after my second night of gaming, I kind of stopped off here after a not so great night in the casino, but I did have some absolutely wonderful food. So you got that going for us. And of course, like I said, there's just a variety of things there, and it's just beautiful when you walk into this area. Guys, the desserts on board, absolutely stunning. Not only are they visually appealing, they are absolutely delicious. I cannot stress this enough. If you're a dessert lover, you are going to be in love on this ship. Now, these came from the buffet area. And they just had such amazing food. It's just, they did such a great job of presenting everything, every type of food they had. They made it look its absolute best on the buffet. Absolutely impressed with all the effort that they put into these, and you can see several of the desserts we tried and that we've seen. And I assure you, there wasn't one of them that I didn't enjoy. Mind you, these aren't all mine. Some of these are my mom's as well. But we wanted to show them all off to you guys because they are stunning and they were scrumptious. All right, guys. So yeah, just a few of the desserts we got to enjoy while on board. And let me tell you, this little carrot cake was so delicious and it's so cute. Now, on this inaugural voyage, we only had one stop, and we went to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Now, for any of you that have ever gone with Royal Caribbean, you already know this is their private island, and I had never been before, so I was really super excited. I decided we were gonna walk the pier. I mean, my mom's on a scooter. I'm using a push stroller, which I do when I'm gonna be walking a long ways. And yeah, that walk is way longer than I thought it was. Now, they do have a tram, and I do recommend that you take it to and fro because that pier is way longer than you think it is when you first see it. But it was an adventure just getting over to the parts of Coco Cay. They do have the Captain Jack's, was so much fun. Live music, a nice little atmosphere, comfortable couches and seats that you can just chill in, get away from the sun for a minute, because I'm not obviously obviously great to the sun. The sun just kind of tears me up. But, you know, overall, this was a great little island getaway. You got to see some amazing stuff, and there was a variety of things to do. They did have like a captain's, like a little pirate ship when you first come in that's free for the kids to splash around in. You have the thrill part of the park, which includes their giant slides, zip lines, and anything that was more of an adventurous type of thing they had over in the thrill part of the park. But there is a lot of things you can do there, and you can see the zip line from that giant tower there. Absolutely wild. They also have the chill island, which is a little more my speed. It is a beach. They did have like a beached area and covered seating, and it was just very nice. All the walkways on one half of it at least are covered. A lot of them are covered. And what I really loved is we went into the lagoon, and the lagoon area actually is completely surrounded, like a man-made lagoon that they made there, and you could walk into it and just kind of enjoy a still ocean experience. It was very, very nice and perfect for someone like my mom and myself, where we're not real sturdy when it comes to being in the ocean because the waves really just get you. They also had the buffet, which we went over and enjoyed the buffet. They had lots of great barbecue and things like that, tacos, variety of stuff. But before you know it, it was time to get back to the ship. And so I took the tram back. By the time we got ready to come back, though, I will say that it was raining, let me tell you. But I will say Coco Cay was a lot of fun. And of course, I got to spend a lot of time up on deck, just kind of chilling out and enjoying a few cocktails. And it was a lot of fun. And honestly, this ship is just stunning. They have so much going on and just a variety of things to pass your time with. We only got to see the tip of the iceberg because, of course, it was, you know, basically just a short 2-day visit. The art on board is just kind of awesome and everywhere around, so it's really a nice experience to see some of the things they do with it. So very cool, walking by these giant screens that would just kind of rapidly change. And yeah, you couldn't figure out what it was until it unwound, but obviously it's people on the beach, but the way they wrapped it around there, it just looks wild, like a pour painting or something, you know. But absolutely amazing. Some of the things we saw on board, we really didn't have enough time to document every single thing. I wish we had a little more time, but you know, what are you gonna do? Everybody, so we're still sitting here in the dock at Coco Cay. You can actually see you can still see Serenade of the Seas behind us. I'm currently sitting on Odyssey of the Seas, and it has been a lovely day. We went to Coco Cay, having a little libation now, and yeah, it was a lot today, but had fun. It was a lot of fun. Beautiful little like calm beach lagoon type thing, but they have pools. They had a sandy oceanfront area as well if you wanted. Plenty of seats, pretty decent grub, you know. I mean, it's basically like burgers and stuff like that. But yeah, overall a lot of fun. Getting ready to go back to the casino. Can't really show you that, obviously. They don't really like us filming there. But yeah, hoping to have a good night and do a little gambling, and well, it's not a quick trip, just 2 nights. Well, yeah, 2 nights, and we'll be coming back to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow morning and heading home. So hope you guys enjoyed looking at all the great stuff we got going on here. As you can see, it's just beautiful. The whole thing they got going on here for Odyssey of the Seas is amazing. And if you're looking to book something for Royal Caribbean, this is definitely a good choice. Well, I'm going to finish this and I'll see you guys later. We were just so grateful that Royal Caribbean invited us to come on board at all, so we appreciate that. And I cannot tell you the long list of people that we have thankful, you know, things to say to that were just absolutely amazing. And there she goes. There goes the Serenade of the Seas, guys. We're still parked at Coco Cay. Serenade's pulling out. We should be going out shortly and heading back to Fort Lauderdale to exit the ship soon, tomorrow morning. Short trip, but we had a good time. Bye! You can hear their horn tooting as they go. And again, that one is the Serenade of the Seas. Now the people are heading out and ready to go to their next destination. See like the lifeboats and stuff down there. This is a lot of fun. Hopefully they had as much fun as we did. That's also a very nice ship. Ours is great, but equally as nice. There they go. Wow, it's pretty cool watching them pull out. Nice. See, that's something we don't have on this one, that big slide that comes down to the next level. I want to say it's called the Mach 5, if I remember correctly. Very cool though, all the same. And hopefully they're going on to more and more fun stuff. Well guys, as you can see, I made a mistake. It is Symphony of the Seas. For some reason I had Serenade of the Seas in my head, but it's Symphony of the Seas. What a lovely Royal Caribbean ship that one is. As you can see, our decks are beautiful, waiting for people to come out here and enjoy. People are hanging out at the bar. It's been a lovely day. People are in the pool and the hot tubs, things like that. You could even watch a movie if you want. They've got the screen over here. Hard to see from this angle. I'll try to get a better picture for you. Well guys, it was only a 2-night voyage. What an odyssey, but amazing. We had a great time. You can see the lime and the coconut. It's what they call this area right here. And yeah, it is absolutely stunning. It is so much fun, very vibrant, very, very colorful. But overall, me and Mom, we had an amazing time on board, and I cannot wait to do my next Royal Caribbean voyage. This was my first experience with Royal Caribbean. I've been on Carnival and Princess in the past, but and if you want to really date myself, Big Red Boat, that is a long time ago. But yeah, I've done several cruises, and of course it's always a great time. I love to cruise, and this was no exception. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to hear all about it. And I really want to thank Royal Caribbean and all your staff. They were absolutely amazing, and we couldn't have had the trip that we had without them. Now, make sure you guys drop a comment. Let us know if your favorite cruise ship, if you've ever cruised. And of course, make sure if you want to follow us on all our platforms, here's where you can reach us. And peace. We will catch you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your friends.
And hit that bell so you know when we have a new video.